Good evening and welcome to my midweek recap here for Apple and plan ahead for the remainder of the week. Friday, my last video, I was holding these 31 August 220s at 180. They gapped up, nice move higher. I think they hit almost $3 a contract. Didn't quite get out close to the highs, but I took half off at 253. The other half once it rolled over through my VWAP and the 8 EMA here, which tells me a trend is possibly coming to an end. Maybe going to stall out. I went ahead and closed that position at 211. So took the profit that was there and just kind of sat on my hands as far as Apple goes for the remainder of this week so far. Pull up my trade plan for tomorrow and going into the remainder of the week. Looking at the blue line here is my 8 EMA. Hopefully it comes up and lifts price and holds it above this broadening wedge pattern. This broadening wedge is basically a retest of the prior wedge that's set up after the last earnings and Buffett news and continuation. So we'll see if the move has been legit and it continues higher. That's going to be the level that I'm looking at. Right now, I'm not necessarily looking for a breakout type of play. This big wick here on significant volume implies that it is time for a pullback, and it tried to break this trend right here, couldn't really do it. So if there's a strong move, just like in the S&P 500, if there's a strong move above here on volume, that tells me that bears are having to cover their position and it's going to compound the buying pressure. There's always going to be bulls buying, there's always going to be bears selling. If both participants are on the same side of the trade, that's the kind of trade I want to be in, which would be a trap, something like this. If the trend breaks, stops are going to be above here for the bears, which will add to the buying. Stops will be up above here for more bears. And then as it rolls up higher, anyone who's short versus this level may start to get scared, may actually press their shorts harder, which would add to the stops above this 219 level. So that's just a little bit of thinking ahead. I am a perma bull, I will admit that. So that's just me being optimistic. If price action fails to hold this blue line or above this wedge, no problem for me. I will simply wait for the next test of this 21 EMA at the yellow line down here. And below there is also this prior broadening pattern, which is going to be around 200 to 198, 197 area, depending on how long it takes to get down there. If it's a quick flush down to this level, I'll gladly load up on calls as far as in the future as I can and see what happens going forward. For now, this will be my trade plan for Apple. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them down below. Have a good evening and good luck.